Honestly, never seen this with action camera technology. It's just, you know, maybe I wanted to set the camera up like this frame up, and then, I don't know, there's just so many different things that you can do by having your screen remotely connected. So they've been calling it the tiny revolution, and today in this video, we're gonna be reviewing Insta360's latest action camera, the Insta360 GO3. Now, we're gonna be comparing it to the predecessor, the highly successful Insta360 GO2, and probably answering to your questions and concerns about what's it like in comparison to a GoPro. Now, we've been fortunate to have our hands on the GO3 for a couple of months now to test it out, so hopefully, we're here in the beautiful Bocas del Toro in Panama. We can answer to all your questions and concerns in this video. Let's get stuck into it.
All right, we need to address the elephant in the room right now, which is the action pod. This thing that surrounds the camera right here. It includes a touch flip screen, ta-da, where you can preview, review your content, also seamlessly sort of navigate through the settings of the camera. It also works as a remote control when the camera is out of the box, which is super handy. And truly, this has never really been seen in the action camera space. It sort of reminds me of my old BlackBerry, but I'm kind of loving it. And all of that actually without compromising too much on the form factor. The camera remains one of the tiniest action camera on the market. It is a bit thicker and a tiny bit heavier than the GO2 predecessor, but ever so marginally. So really, really fun form factor.
Having a look at the image quality, Insta360 have made improvement with the 2.7K image resolution on GO3, showing more definition and dynamic range in the shadows and highlights compared to the GO2 in 40 and 40p. Now this is in the standard video modes on each camera, and it does seem like the GO2 is more vibrant, but on a closer inspection you can just see that the GO3 is more refined, which is interesting as there's been no mention or changes or upgrades to the image sensor.
If this is the most beautiful review you've seen so far, all thanks to Bocas del Toro in Panama, then punch that thumbs up. All right, so we did mention the form factor earlier, saying that it was, you know, marginally thicker than the GO2. And there's actually a really good reason for that. It's because the battery is bigger, and we have about 50% more recording time than with the GO2 as a standalone. And paired with the Action Pod, you actually have up to 170 minutes of recording time.
One thing I'm super pumped about with the brand new GO3 is the new magnetic mounting system. Now, with GO3, they have adopted something that we have seen before in the action camera world, which I think is super rad. When companies do something well, pat them on the back and copy them, because this magnetic mounting system makes versatility for shot selection and diversity super simple. Each camera comes boxed with a bunch of accessories, starting with the ball and socket magnetic mount, which has a 1/4-inch screw to connect to a selfie stick, and an adhesive base plate, which you can just stick the camera literally anywhere. You also get a new hat clip to fit the bigger form factor. You get the same magnetic pendant as seen in GO2, and a new leaf clip mount for clipping to leaves. There isn't a shot that you can't get with GO3.
All right, we've spoken all things physicality with this camera, but there's a lot to love under the hood as well. It seems like for this generation, Insta360 has really listened to the market demand, brought on some features that we love on other action cameras, a stack of new color profiles. You have snow, urban, kind of mysterious, also biking. There's 4 digital lenses, there's also new photo modes, there's a star lapse mode, a lot to love, a lot to discover.
When it comes to GO3, there are 2 main video shooting modes, and that is video and freeform. Why would you choose one over the other? I guess Insta360 designed video for the everyday action camera user, those of you that just want to go out, shoot some fun content and not have to post-produce it. Whereas freeform was more designed for the, I guess, action sports enthusiasts that are looking to create a range of different perspectives from the one shot. If you were a previous GO2 user, you would have known this as Pro Video, but it's now evolved into freeform, and we used it a lot in our showcase to give us multiple different aspect ratios. The downside is, yes, you have to process that in Insta360 Studio. The upside is you get a range of different aspect ratios, which is super fun for your different social media platforms.
As promised, we are comparing the GoPro Hero 11 on one side shooting 5.3K, 30 frames per second in its most vivid color profile, to the GO3 that is shooting 2.7K, 30 frames per second, also in the vivid color profile.
So what is the picture quality like? What is the audio quality like? Is this helpful for you guys if you're in the market to purchase a brand new action camera? What are you thinking? When it comes to price, we do know that the Insta360 GO3 starts at $379 US, and that is for the 32 gigabyte model. You can actually get it at 128 gigabytes, and the GoPro, I think they've dropped their price now. They're about $399 US. Yeah, and you have an SD card, so you can choose how many gigs you want to load it up with. But I think what we should do is test them out in there.
Shots in the water, let's do it.
Water visibility is not so good today. I think it's also because we've got a grey day, but at least you get to see what the cameras look like underwater. Okay, to be honest, comparing these two cameras is just super difficult because the GoPro, let's face it, has a bigger and taller image sensor, and the quality and definition is right there in the image. But what GO3 have managed to pack into 35.5 grams is super impressive. The versatility and innovation with this new line of Go make it really hard to leave this camera at home. And you know what they say? The best camera is always the one that's on you. If you guys haven't yet seen our showcase video that we captured in Mauritius, then be sure to check that video out next. It's linked up here in the cards.
That's right, and if you have any questions, you can pop them in the comment section as well.
We'll see you guys in the next upload. Peace!
Wake up, grab a cake up. Something really changed up, how we changed up. Didn't really want to break up, how we break up. I was crying in the mirror, I was living a wild life. Drowning in